Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my reading journey. Hope you're all doing fantastic. And today we're going to continue with Seneca's letters from a Stoic. So today we're going to continue with the third letter, which is the part of moral letters to Lucilius. So the third letter is about the true and false friendship. Let's continue. You have sent a letter to me through the hand of a friend of yours, as you call him, and in your very next sentence you warn me not to discuss with him all the matters that concern you, saying that even you yourself are not accustomed to do this. In other words, you have in the same letter affirmed and denied that he is your friend. Now, if you use this word of ours in the popular sense and call him friend, in the same way in which we speak of all candidates for election as honorable gentlemen, and as we greet all men whom we meet casually, if their names slip us for the moment, with the salutation, my dear sir, so to be it. But if you consider any man a friend, whom you do not trust as you trust yourself, you mightily mistaken, and you do not sufficiently understand what true friendship means. Indeed, I would have you discuss everything with a friend, but first of all discuss the man himself. When friendship is settled, you must trust. Before friendship is formed, you must pass judgment. Those persons, indeed, put last first and confound their duties, who, violating the rules of Theophrastus, judge a man like after they have made him their friend, instead of making him their friend after they have judged him. Ponder for a long time whether you shall admit a given person to your friendship, but when you have decided to admit him, welcome him with all your heart and soul. Speak as bodily with him as with yourself. As to yourself, although you should live in such a way that you trust your own self, with nothing which you could not entrust even to your enemy, yet, since certain matters occur which convention keeps secret, you should share with a friend at least all your worries and reflections. Regard him as loyal, and you will make him loyal. Some, for example, fearing to be deceived, have taught man to deceive. By their suspicious, they have given their friend the right to do wrong. Why need I keep back any word in the presence of my friend? Why should I not regard myself as alone when in his company? There is a class of men who communicate to anyone whom they meet matters which should be revealed to friends alone. And unload upon the chance a listener whatever irks them. Others, again, fear to confide in their closest intimates, and if it were possible, they would not trust even themselves, burying their secrets deep in their hearts. But we should do neither. It is equally faulty to trust everyone and to trust no one. Yet the former fault is, I should say, the more ingenious, the latter, the more safe. In like manner, you should rebuke these two kinds of men, both, both those who always lack repose and those who are always in repose. For love of bustle is not industry. It is only the restlessness of a haunted mind. And true repose does not consist in condemning all motions as merely vexation. That kind of repose is slackness and inertia. Therefore, you should note that following saying, taken from my reading in Pomponius: some may shrink into dark corners to such a degree that they see darkly by day. No man should combine these tendencies, and he who reposes should act, and he who acts should take repose. Discuss the problem with nature. She will tell you that she has created both day and night. Farewell. Alright, we're going to the letter 4th. On the terrors of death. Keep on as you have begun, and make all possible haste, so that you may have longer enjoyment of an improved mind, one that is at peace with itself. Doubtless, you will derive enjoyment during the time when you are improving your mind and setting it at peace with itself. But quite different is the pleasure which comes from contemplation, when one's mind is so cleansed from every stain that it shines. You remember, of course, what joy you felt when you laid aside the garments of boyhood and donned the man's toga and were escorted to the forum. Nevertheless, you may look for a still greater joy when you have laid aside the mind of boyhood, and when wisdom has enrolled you among men. For it is not boyhood that still stays with us, but something worse, boyishness. And this condition is all the more serious because we possesses the authority of all age, together with the follies of boyhood, even the follies of infancy. Boys fear trifles, children fear shadows, we fear both. All you need to do is to advance. You will thus understand that some things are less to be dreaded, precisely because they inspire us with great fear. No evil is great which is the last evil of all. Death arrives. It would be a thing to dread if it could remain with you. But death must either not come at all, or else must come and pass away. It is difficult, however, you say, to bring the mind to a point where it can scorn life. But do you not see what trifling reasons impel man to scorn life? One hangs himself before the door of his mistress. Another hurls himself from the housetop, that he may no longer be compelled to bear the taunts of the bad-tempered master. A third, to be saved from arrest after running away, drives a sword into his vitals. Do you not suppose that virtue will be as efficacious, efficacious as excessive fear? No man can have a peaceful life who thinks too much about lightening, lengthening, lengthening it, or believes that living through many consulships is a great blessing. Rehears, rehears, rehears this through all every day. Rehearse this thought every day, that you may be able to depart from life contentedly. For many men clutch and cling to life, even as those who are carried down a rushing stream clutch and cling to briars and sharp rocks. Most men ebb and flow in wretchedness between the fear of death and the hardships of life. They are unwilling to live, and yet they do not know how to die. For this reason, make life as a whole agreeable to yourself by banishing all worry about it. No good thing renders its possessor happy unless his mind is reconciled to the possibility of loss. Nothing, however, is lost when less discomfort than that which, when lost, cannot be missed. Therefore, encourage and toughen your spirit against the mishaps that afflict even the most powerful. For example, the fate of Pompey was settled by a boy, and Janusz. That of Crassus by a cruel and insolent Parthian. Gaius Caesar ordered Lepidus to bare his neck for the acts of the tribune Dexter, and he himself offered his own throat to Hieraea. No man has ever been so far advanced by fortune that she did not threaten him as greatly as she had previously indulged him. Do not trust her seeming calm. In a moment the sea is moved to its depths. The very day the ships have made a brave show in the games, they are engulfed. Reflect that a highwayman or an enemy may cut your throat, and though he is not your master, every slave wields the power of life and death over you. Therefore I declare to you, he is Lord of your life that scorns his own. Think of those who have perished through plots in their own home, slain either openly by a guile. You will that just as many have been killed by angry slaves as by angry kings. What matter, therefore, how powerful he be whom you fear, when everyone possesses the power which inspires your fear. But you will say, if you should chance to fall into the hands of the enemy, the conqueror will command that you be led away. Yes, whether you are already being led. Why do you voluntarily deceive yourself and require to be told now for the first time, when it is that you have long been laboring under? Take my word for it. Since the day you were born, you are being led thither, led thither. We must ponder this thought and thoughts of the like nature, if we desire to be calm as we await that last hour, the fear of which makes all previous hours uneasy. But I must end my letter. Let me share with you the saying which pleased me today. It, too, is culled from another man's garden. Poverty brought into conformity with the law of nature is great wealth. Poverty brought into conformity with the law of nature is a great wealth. Interesting. Do you know what limits the law of nature ordains for us? Merely to avert hunger, thirst, and cold. In order to banish hunger and thirst, it is not necessary for you to pay court at the doors of the purse proud, or to submit to the stern throne, or to the kindness that humiliates. Nor is it necessary for you to scour the seas, or go campaigning. Nature's needs are easily provided and ready to hand. It is the superfluous things of which men sweat. The superfluous things that were our togas, threadbare, that force us to grow old in camp, that dash us upon foreign shores. That which is enough is ready to our hands. He who has made a fair compact with poverty is rich. Farewell. Alright, guys. Got a good progress. We've done with 4 letters. And gonna continue with the next one. See you tomorrow. Thank you for joining. Bye.